What's going on, my lovelies? It's Kyle here. I want to direct this video primarily towards the empaths out there. Those of you who have a higher tendency of empathizing, attuning, and picking up on other people's thoughts, emotions, patterns, behaviors, etc. Okay, this is for you. My message for you, my little tip, is to develop a stronger sense of self. Once again, empaths out there. Develop a stronger sense of self. Now, why am I bringing this up? Why am I directing this towards the empaths out there? Well, if you're an empath, you have this tendency to attune so strongly to others, to sync up with them, that sometimes you lose yourself in the interaction, you lose yourself in the relationship, you lose track of what you believe, what your emotions are, sometimes what your thought patterns may be, what your mannerisms may be. A lot of empaths have a tendency to enmesh with another person, or with a group, or with an ideology, or with a hobby, a lot of things. You have this tendency to merge, right? And this isn't necessarily a bad characteristic. It's good. It's a gift in many ways to be able to tune into other people, to tune into things, to really feel into them, right? But it's so vital that you develop a stronger sense of self to combat losing yourself in this relationship, losing yourself in this group. Because I want you all to be exactly as the way you are, exactly how you wish to be. Yourself, what resonates with you. And it's so important to affirm to yourself, to take time away from this relationship, from this group, from this idea, or this, sometimes you lose yourself in a hobby. You get so intertwined and enmeshed in it, right? And this isn't a good thing. We don't want to lose ourselves when we attune to other people, when we empathize with others. We want to have a strong sense of self and connect and still tune in while still knowing what is ours and what is theirs. Now, I know a lot of you out there, it's a kind of a mysterious process, but sometimes you may even pick up on certain thought patterns of individuals. You may even integrate their mannerisms. You may even feed off their emotional state to a degree where you may feel those emotions, maybe not to the same degree as that person, but to an extent. You are empathizing to a very high degree. So it's very important for us to parse out what is ours and what is theirs. And to be able to stand firm, to be ourselves while we still are interacting with other people. A lot of empaths have this tendency to mirror in your interactions. This is why you may pick up on other people's mannerisms. This is why you may mirror their emotions and their thought patterns, their ways of being. But we need to know that we are mirroring this. We need to know that this came from the other person. We need to develop a stronger sense of self to combat losing ourselves in general. It's very important. And I see so many empaths out there that lose themselves in a relationship that wasn't healthy, or perhaps a friendship where this friend is a very, very, very strong personality and wants to project their beliefs, their thought patterns, their emotions, their mannerisms onto other people. They want to see other people emulating that. So if you have a friend who has a strong personality who wants to try to convince you of their way and their worldview, you know, in an unhealthy situation, this might be gaslighting. In a healthier situation, this just might be, you know, something that's really worked for them. And they want you to try too because it's worked so much for them. Once again, we don't want to be, you know, empaths can be a little airy, a little flighty, and we can get pulled into all these different directions that we don't necessarily want to go. So, in order to combat this, once again, we need to develop a stronger sense of self and stay grounded within that sense of self. You know, we can empathize, we can connect. We don't want to enmesh and merge with other people in many ways. You know, it's best to stay separate and deeply connect. But keep what is yours, yours, and what is theirs, theirs. This will lead to healthier dynamics in your relationship, in relationships. The same thing where some of us might get a little too into a hobby. We might get obsessed. Or too into an ideology. We might merge with these things to the point where it's not in our best interest to be so sucked in to these people or these things. Okay? So I want you to be you. You should want to be you. You should want to develop a sense of self, a strong sense of self. Keep those boundaries, those healthy boundaries up to keep what is yours, yours, and what is theirs, theirs. And try to understand and figure out over time whether you do find yourself mysteriously picking up on other people's emotions and kind of experiencing them yourself. Try to parse out, are these really my emotions, or am I just picking up on these emotions and these emotional states from other people? That's up to you to decide. I can't make those calls for you. Nobody else can. But once again, just to drive this into your head, the best way to combat all of these tendencies, the best way to combat losing yourself in a relationship, merging too much with a person or thing, is to develop a stronger sense of self and stay grounded within that sense of self as you are interacting with the world, with other people, and maintaining these relationships that you have in your life. Okay? Keep what is yours, yours. Hold on to it strong, and keep what is theirs, theirs. I'll leave it there. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you're at in the world. And until next time.